Well, good morning. I'm Dan DeRose coming to you again from our digital desk. Perhaps some good news for about 3,300 Ohioans. The U.S. Department of Labor, and more specifically the Wages and Hours Division, has identified about $1.4 million in back wages that are owed to, again, that group of 3,300 Ohioans. And we're going to talk about how easy this is to reclaim them, to reclaim the funds and see if you are eligible. Going to welcome in Matthew Utley. He is the District Director for Wages and Hours Division for the state of Ohio. Mr. Utley, thank you for joining us today.
Great to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Hey, let's walk through this. You folks sent out a press release today saying you're really encouraging people to find out if this money is owed to them. First, let's talk about what are these wages? Is this a job that I had for a time and I forgot to pick up my last paycheck? Or what is it? What are we talking specifically here?
Yeah, thank you for the question. It could be your last paycheck that you never received, but for the majority of the workers that we are attempting to locate, these are overtime hours, these are unpaid minimum wage, or perhaps you were not paid for your lunch break when you had to work through your lunch break. The Wage and Hour Division does investigations, and as a result of those investigations, we secure wages for workers who may have experienced violations in the workforce against their pay. Part of that is we settle with employers and they will attempt to locate their employees to pay them. However, because of various reasons, employees may not be located and the employer will turn the money to the Department of Labor for us to attempt to locate them. We will try to locate them for 3 years. And if we are able to locate them, we will make payment to those employees. The Workers Owed Wages program is a website that employees can go to. They enter in their employer's name and identify that their employer has money available for them. They would give us their full name, and we would engage with them so that we can get them their wages that they earned and are entitled to.
I think we've seen other unclaimed funds, departments that are run by the federal government. This seems like just another process to do that. And again, I want to reiterate, the website is the Workers Owed Wages. If you go to the story on cleveland19.com that we've written for this, you'll see the link to that. Of the 3,300, who are we talking about? Who is the typical person who has wages that are owed to them, or is it not typical? Is there not one defining character?
The types of workers are various, but we tend to see the workers that are owed our wages that we're able to locate to be somewhat transient. Could be workers working in agriculture, could be workers working from home care businesses, could be restaurants. I mean, it runs the gamut. But what the commonality here is that either the employer or Wage and Hour, for some reason, has not been able to locate the person. They may have just moved, they may have changed phone numbers, or they may be unaware that they're owed wages. So that's why the Department of Labor has the website, Workers Owed Wages. And we also have a phone number, which is 1-866-4-US-WAGE or 487-9243, that workers could also call and engage with us that way.
Just wrote that number down real quick, 866-4-US-WAGE to be able to call if you don't have access to a computer. It might even just be easier to make that call. What are we talking the average person is owed? And I'm sure this varies quite a bit from person to person as well. But if we're talking 33 Ohioans versus $1.4 million that's sitting there, there's some substantial recovery here.
Yes, sir. The amounts could be anything but from $20 up to several tens of thousands of dollars. The average is not necessarily indicative of what an individual may get. As we do our investigations, depending on the severity of the wage theft or the lost wages, there could be more money that we've gathered for that individual.
Very interesting. Mr. Utley with the Department of Labor. He is the District Director of Wages and Hours Division for the state of Ohio. We're going to leave you with the final word here, as we do with all our guests. This is quote unquote free money that people went out and earned and weren't paid. You get the final word. How should people view this?
It's a good thing. It's a good thing for the economy. It's a good thing for people who are struggling to put food on the table, to actually receive the money that they've already worked for and they're already entitled to. So if anyone has questions or concerns about maybe how they're being paid, please give us a call and we'll walk you through it and try to provide assistance.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Matthew Utley with the U.S. Department of Labor, more specifically the District Director for Wages and Hours Division for the state of Ohio. Thank you very much for the time. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, take care. As we heard from the district director, this is free money that you've earned. Why not take a look? Go to the website, go to cleveland19.com, look for this story on the U.S. Department of Labor and the 3,300 Ohioans that are owed $1.4 million. We've given you the link to that website, the WOW website, Workers Owed Wages, and you'll be able to search your employer and then search your name and start that reclaiming process. If we have any other breaking news, it's going to be right here on our digital platforms. Until then, I'm Dan DeRose with 19. Have a great day.
19 News is everywhere. Download our CTV apps and follow us on social media at Cleveland 19 News.
All right, gentlemen, thank you very much. Matthew and Scott, we appreciate the time.
Thank you.
Okay, Dan, hey, just for clarification, it's not wages and hours, it's wage and hour?
Wage and hour. Okay.
Yeah.
Wage and hour. I will remove the
okay.
S.
No big deal, but I just thought for further reference.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Take care, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks much.
No problem. Yes.